The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, nice move. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Jackson options out left. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
I like
beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They run for the first time with James Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. This 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Well, he ran free there after the catches. That winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid from 8 yards out, and the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the interception, here's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Throwing now is Allen. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Motion man is Shakir. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play there absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Motion man is Shakir. They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. Allen taking it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen keeping it himself on the cornerback sneak. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return comes to a home right at the 44-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's again to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And some room to maneuver. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain, a nice little cherry on top there at the end. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Here's Allen. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Allen. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And caught by Cooper for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead. That's caught, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just to break down defensively, you've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll give Henry another shot. And yes, he's into the end zone.
Kick the field goal, bro.
Late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not get him down in time? We'll see. Here's 1st down. Now Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And this one is right through. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Allen taken right to the air. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. First tone of the game for James Cook. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Fred Warner. Offense in the hurry up here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take
I'm just better.
the lead right away. Now the Bills will go for 2. Allen looking to throw this. It's caught for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead. Pass now to kick this away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. That one gains 7. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Oh, giving it to the wide receiver on 3rd and short. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Working quickly here. Purdy on 1st down. Brought in by Ayuk. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 16. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We will not get...
Yo, 38 bound spam in the chat, whatever.
Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Third and short. Here's Purdy. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. Inside give to the fullback. And he runs this in. That's going to knock this game up at 8 apiece. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Allen now on first down. He's on the move. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, he's out. And this is picked up by the 49ers.
Kate, that was one wild ride. QB does a terrific job. Gets out in the open field, has a big play. And then he's got to watch the other quarterback run on the field as he gives the ball away.
Oh, he loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Nearly saw them trade fumbles there on back-to-back plays, Brock, but a chance recovery kept one turnover from answering another.
Kate, can we please?
Yeah?
Can we please hold on to the football? Somebody! I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind up here. And you know what the defenders are going to do? They're going to smell blood in the water, and they're going to be swinging as wildly as I am here in the booth.
From the gun is Purdy. He'll get this to Samuel. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throw by Purdy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
Don't try my big man.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Allen on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Appreciate you for quitting. Niggas scared, man, bro. He niggas quit before halftime. He was talking cash shit. I was gonna put them thumpers on him.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
This gonna be a quick one right here too, chat.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running from Western New York. Ty Johnson now to return. Returns looking good so far. And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or two short.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
Allen comes out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Pressure coming, it's Allen. And he scores, it's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
He's throwing for it. This is caught for 2, and right away they jump out to an 8-0 lead. Really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the 2-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they can make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Rolling left, buying some time. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Fields out of the gun. Throw complete to Warren. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Just for that celebration move, I'm gonna put 20 on you.
Their opening drive. George Pickens, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers.
Good luck.
They are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Johnson now on the return. And look at this return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing now on first down, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now Allen off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Paul Holcomb them has it. And the Steelers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running behind center with Harris. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 29. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. They'll try to run it with Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fields now on 4th. Forced out to his right. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Coach's challenge to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Allen throw on 3rd and 1. He's on the move. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Working quickly here. On 1st down, Allen. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So before they can set up for another play, we're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They start out 2nd and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Allen looking to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. They'll go. Allen. They connect for the first. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That's a gain of 10. And staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Cook trying this one up the gut. Space to the left. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff here to Davis. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Allen on the play action. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up.
R1 was wide open. I'm lacking.
Or before they ever reach the target.
4th down. Here's Allen. That's cut beyond the marker. Touchdown, Buffalo. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Worked so well the first time. Why not go right
2-score game, boy. 2-score game.
Successful again. They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Patterson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Escapes the pocket. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Play action, Fields. He's on the move. Oh, he's keeping it again. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Now we're running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Catch is made down the right sideline. He's along the right sideline. There's space. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Starting from the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now run by Cook.
I be trying to hit stick too much.
Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. This is Cook on the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This is Cook. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills lead by only 2. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He finds Kincaid running the slant. And this one doesn't go.
That boy Kincaid a cheat code, boy.
On the field.
Come on, man. That man is a cheat code, bro.
On that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down?
That man has saved me numerous times tonight.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. He'll throw it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is brought in at the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Harris. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Trying it again with Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator trying to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run.
Who that is, man?
Lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Just a little too right upright, no good.
He just got clipped. That's why I love playing in fucking Buffalo, nigga. Oh, nah. He been asking me to play earlier, bro. Look at that shit, man. I knew that shit was gonna happen. That's why I ain't called the timeout. I knew that shit was gonna happen, bro. He tried to pump fake me and get me to call the timeout on that one. So on the next drive, when he really was gonna kick it, I couldn't call the timeout. But I knew my stadium, bro, they don't play that shit. No kicking shit going on when I'm at home, boy. I ain't worried about it, boy. That nigga missed that. He just got clipped. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Twitch TV in the building. I see you. YouTube in this motherfucker. Big time. Streaming platform celebrity match.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball's headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
I can't think of it off the top of my head. I want to say it might be Seattle. I ain't too sure. I don't really play with nobody else, so I wouldn't know, but I think Seattle.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
But yeah, I still would know. From playing against the motherfucker.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper.
I'm trying to think.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Cook. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a James Cook touchdown. Now the Bills will go for 2. Allen looking to throw this. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Burrow setting up the play action. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. Trying for it with Burrow. He's trying to go deep again. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Ty Johnson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's a dime look defensively from the Bengals. 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion right. Allen on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Both teams neck and... We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Cook scores. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never...
Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Bengals will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. Pass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 34. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
The Bills got the best one, it seemed like, because that's the only thing that can stop somebody from scoring.
Altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Burrow out of the shotgun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's get it, chat. Everybody drop what team they use in the chat, man. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday, man. Thursday tomorrow. Drop what team you use when you playing Madden in the chat, man. Talk to me.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Allen. And in, touchdown, Buffalo. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Pass now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So 2nd down coming up. From the gun, again to Brown. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He fires one deep down the middle. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. They go play action here. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Christian Benford has it. And he pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Boy, that's the first incomplete pass of the game went through.
So far, but this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times can't get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To the air again, Allen has it at the 7. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Should I keep going, chat? Should I keep going? That's 4 straight, man. I think, I'm sure. Yeah, that's 4. Talk to me, man. Definitely gotta take a smoke break. Let me drop the skull in the chat. It's getting late. Yes, sir. I'm about to smoke right quick. Little 2 minute smoke break right quick, and we on it. We on it.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Ty Johnson now to return. And they'll have some major work to do as he goes out deep on his side, right at the 10. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Allen taken right to the air. Caught, nice game left side. 30. He's at the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Cook runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a James Cook touchdown. He's throwing for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Taron Johnson has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or 2 to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, it's 6 the other way.
All right, that gets him back on track after the initial miss, Brock. Now up 14-zip following the 2-point conversion.
Even if you're just 50-50 on 2-point tries, they're still in a really good place. Up a couple touchdowns. Clearly the better team here to start it out. Time to step on that pedal a little bit more.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Hurts back to the air after the pick. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second and 1. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Matt Milano in to pick it off.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge.
Hey, appreciate that, bro.
Quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Escapes the pocket. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Man in motion here. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, we lost it. Someone punched it out.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape.
Cook good for a fumble at least once every 3 or 4 games. I'm going to give him that.
Play, no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. On first down, Hurts. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Big gain downfield. It's a Philadelphia touchdown.
That celebration gonna cost you.
The Eagles lower the deficit to a single possession. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. On the handoff, here's Davis. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going right back to Davis. Past midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They won't snap it in. About to begin the second here. The Bills definitely thinking points. He keeps it himself. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
He'll try to do it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills take a 13-point lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Allen looking to throw this. On the move, headed right. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Bass now to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
On third down, it's Hurts. Chased out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Hurts throwing again. He beams one, deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game in the first half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. And the point after's missed, so this remains a 7-point ball game. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Johnson with a return here. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Working quickly here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 34. He's on the move. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Allen now on 1st down. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Eagles make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defense coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. He's back to throw. Working the sideline, that's Goddard. And he takes this out after crossing the 45.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This one finds Goddard. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Offense in the hurry up here. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They motion the tight end over. Back to throw it. He connects downfield on 4. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
First down throwing for Hurts. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key talent kept off the scoreboard, Gronk. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Johnson now on the return. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. This is ahead for about 5. Darius Slay with the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A tight end in motion now. Here's 2nd and 5. He's going deep this time. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable.
19.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Hurts. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. He's throwing for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down quickly right inside his own 10.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Handoff here to Davis. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. They'll go again with Davis. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. And they do.
Man, that shit just cheated like a fuck, bro. They pushed the man forward, bro.
And they still trail after the turnover on downs. 1st down, a run with Barkley. They get 13 on the pickup. And that gives them 1st and goal. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. They're going to run with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. They'll try again with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Eagles with a 5-point lead.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Motioning him from the slot right. Looking to throw. Has it in close.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
What we thinking, chat? Philly
Less than a
special?
yard,
Tush
all
push?
that's needed on 4th and goal.
Tush push? Not today. Not today. Not today. I'm a tush push specialist, nigga. I do this shit, nigga. I'm the tush push creator. Yes,
So many
sir.
times in this down and distances, but defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man. Were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
Setting up to pass. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Back to throw. Complete to Shakir. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Here he is to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now the offense going to take it.
Hype me up, chat. Hype me up.
Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost... Absolutely.
Hype me up, chat. Let's fucking go, man.
Incredible execution.
That's Josh Allen, bro. That arm, cuz. That arm is phenomenal, bro. Best arm on the game.
He'll look to throw it. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. That is Lewis Seen. And the Eagles can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
Let's go, Mac. You see it, man. Epic, man. It's epic.
Bass now to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
Yes, sir. Epic, man. It's been epic. Glad you stuck around to watch, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, man. Roll to 3K,
They're
man.
out and set. First and 10.
Let me focus right here.
A play fake now hurts to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. DeMar Hamlin picks it off. And the Bills make the play that should win them this game.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off.
Let's get it, man. Let's go.
So it's the Bills who come away with the win. This is the type of
Let's get some W's in the chat, man. Turn me up. That's 5 straight, man. I ain't gonna lie, it might be my bedtime.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest, man. I got a long day tomorrow, and it's gonna be hard as hell. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. We back with more winning action tomorrow, man. The last game was epic, bro. GG, chat. Y'all have a good night, man.